Hey guys, Cathie Woods just did an interview with Yahoo Finance talking about the EV market and Tesla and NIO in specific. So I absolutely love her and I really love her opinion and I really follow her Arkk investment strategies. So guys, definitely take a look at this video.
If we're right, this market is going to go from 2.2 million sales, that's units, in 2020, it might be 2.3, to 40 million in 2025. So all of these announcements have increased our confidence that the capital markets are going to finance this transition from internal combustion engine to electric. That's great. Who is going to be leading the charge, so to speak? We still think it is Tesla, certainly in the United States. Even in China, Tesla is the #1 brand. Now, the smaller vehicles in China, there is a company, I've forgotten its name. It might be associated with SAIC and GM, by the way, that is pulling ahead. But that's not counted as a true electric vehicle. These are the ones that go 25 miles an hour, golf cart types of things. So we think that China might hold the secret as to the next big winners. We know that NIO, we do not own NIO. It's a battery swapping company. So instead of charging, they swap batteries. That is going to win the day. We think that XPeng, which we do not own, but which is emulating Tesla, might. We're seeing, and we do own in our more specialized strategies, BYD was a battery manufacturer to begin with, and Warren Buffett has owned for many years a piece of BYD. That has done very well. We own that. And then Geely, which bought Volvo, and I believe the chairman of Geely owns a position in Daimler. It is also doing a lot of interesting things in terms of partnering with various companies, including Baidu. So if I had to give you which of the Chinese names we have the highest conviction in, it's probably Baidu. And that had been a hard sell for me because their search business was falling apart. And it did seem to me, with more than 150 or 200 electric vehicle manufacturers, many being government subsidized, that there would be a bloodbath. And Baidu is, the government has deemed it the autonomous platform for China. We weren't sure whether to believe that or not, or if it would get caught up in the carnage, but it does seem to be doing something very interesting. And there's also another company called AutoX. This is more, they're working with Dongfeng, which is mostly involved in the trucking space. But we did take note that AutoX has gotten approval from California to go fully autonomous there. I didn't know that until very recently. So that could be another one to watch.
So Big Ideas 2021. First of all, I just want to remind people that all your research is on your website, along with all your trades. I mean, everything is there, people. So you can go and click and read the whole thing. We're going to go through a couple more of the big ideas, though. And I want to talk about crypto. We've got number 6 and 7, Bitcoin's fundamentals and Bitcoin preparing for institutions. So, you've got a lot of fans in the crypto space. I want to know what you think here. And of course, Bitcoin, some people think, look, it's already hit its highs for 2021, the high water mark of above 40,000. What's Ark's thinking here?
We do not agree with that. And what's been interesting this time around is if you look at Google search trends for Bitcoin or Bitcoin's price against the Bitcoin price itself, you'll find that there's not a lot of speculative activity by that measure. In fact, in 2017, they were 1 for 1 together, but it has been pretty quiescent until maybe very recently, but throughout last year. And so that gave us a lot of comfort. We believe that the institutional behavior and moves recently have been fascinating. We have been expecting institutions to start moving into Bitcoin and other crypto assets, but primarily Bitcoin, the most secure of the blockchains, because if you look at the correlation of Bitcoin's performance relative to any other asset class, it has the lowest correlation, meaning if you buy some Bitcoin, you will further diversify your portfolio and increase your returns with lower risk, right? So that's why institutions look for that low correlation. Bitcoin has it. And so that's clear. We have 10 years of history now. But what surprised me and us generally was to watch MicroStrategy, which has put all the cash on its balance sheet into Bitcoin, and even did another equity offering so it could put more cash on its balance sheet. And I think that's a little crazy, because I think the regulators will have something to say about this in terms of what is this? Is this company the MicroStrategy technology company, or is it like an ETF? So we don't know about that. But then you saw Square put 1% of all of its assets in Bitcoin. And I think you're going to see more of that. We didn't expect that. What we did expect was, because of the low correlation of returns, institutional investors to move in. The most surprising one to me thus far has been MassMutual. It put $100 million into its general account. Now, its general account is enormous. So $100 million is something like 0.001. But what that move told us is, MassMutual is very conservative and very highly regulated. And so it had to jump through many more regulatory hurdles than I thought would have been possible by now. So I think that is a seal of approval. And then, of course, you have the institutional infrastructure moving into place, whether it's with custody and